Education is a basic human right, as indicated in SDG 4, but quality education is a human necessity. All of the SDGs are underpinned by a need for quality lifelong education. So together, we need to optimise how we serve that right in all countries. Like every sector, technology is an important part of how education works today. So what's the best way to solve our education technology infrastructure for the long term and to maximise quality and efficiency? Good software is a complex ongoing problem that we're solving all the time, but there's a particular problem with the way software is being created right now. There's no standard platform yet for a university or school, so currently, to get set up fast, most educational organisations are going to a competitive market of mostly commercial software. And in there are giant companies that also make hardware and so on, like Google and Microsoft and Apple. And there are also thousands of smaller competing companies and startups. Education technology can be a really big business. There's a lot of money to be made. So it's no surprise that the EdTech ecosystem is being pushed and pulled by venture capitalists wanting to capture users and take money out of the system. Now, the problem with this is that those systems become optimized around profits and not to serve the SDGs. This model can work better in some industries, but it's terrible for education. And some of the problems that we're seeing as a result are lock-in strategies. So you're being made to buy into a whole ecosystem of products. Data and processes are not interoperable between systems and can't be migrated. There's a centralization of data and sometimes a monetization and exploitation of student data. Systems are subject to fail if the company making it fails. And in general, just a bad user experience for students and teachers, lots of accounts, lots of interfaces. So how can we solve that? Well, we can get a clue from two of the biggest public systems that exist on the internet, the web and email. Now, both of these examples are not owned by anyone. They depend on standards, and anybody can extend the web or email by running a server or by building onto it. So they're so widespread that everyone uses the web and email without even thinking about it. It just works. And that's what we want for education. Everyone should be motivated to collaborate on the same solution. Now, in education, we don't yet have that single solution, but a good step forward are open source systems. So Moodle is one of them, and it's been around for 20 years. We've been providing free software. We now have hundreds of millions of users, and most of the world's universities use Moodle somewhere. However, there's lots of other aspects to providing a full high-quality service that all educators and learners can rely on, such as hosting and support and integration between tools and a lot more. So in the absence of another initiative quite like this, we at Moodle are spearheading a new initiative called Open EdTech. We aim to create an infrastructure of open educational technology that is shared and controlled by the world's universities and schools. And at its core is a new Open EdTech Association based in Brussels. The Open EdTech Association aims to bring together technology groups and funders around a vision of a completely new and open platform that educators, learners, and organisations will be able to rely on in years to come with 4 core functionalities. So firstly, quality open education content that is curated and aligned with curriculums. Secondly, exciting and rewarding human educational experiences, including online classrooms. Thirdly, long-term reliable storage of assessed qualifications. And fourth, an efficient connection of learners with employment opportunities. Because all this functionality will be federated across many participants, just like email and the web, This new system could have infinite capacity to freely serve all our education needs into the future without risk of commercial pressures or the disappearance of any particular organisation. You can find out more and join us at openedtech.global. And if you're at the World Higher Education Conference in Barcelona, May 22, I'll be there in a booth and very willing to share more about our progress and especially to learn from you about your needs and ideas. Thank you.